Hello, my name is John Miller. I'm the Executive Director here at the Shippensburg Historical Society. And today you're looking at a project that I just completed called Hands-on History, or it could be Mysteries of History's cart. This is going to be real cool to have, particularly when we do outreach programs or if we do programs here at the Shippensburg Historical Society, because we can pretty much do whatever we want with this cart when it comes to displaying things that are children or family friendly objects. So today I decided to go ahead and kind of showcase the cart, even though we still got to put our logos and stuff on it, because this is kind of unique. If you go to Gettysburg, you probably have seen the National Park Service's version of their hands-on history cart, or if you have gone down to the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C. But what a hands-on history card basically does, it allows us to kind of put artifacts inside this box that way it can be transported safely. It could be historical reproductions, or in this case we have some reproductions of children's toys of the 18th as well as the 19th centuries. And this is a good interactive type of display that we could take to Ship First Fridays. We could take it down to the library here in town, or we can even take it, say, to Chambersburg if they would ever have any need for something like this. And then on the weekends, or even during the week, we could actually have this here, and one of the interns or myself could actually be posted here, kind of going through everything that the children and the families would see. So looking at this, like I said, we have some reproduction toys of the period. This is great because everybody can kind of identify with toys, whether they're interested in baseball. This is a reproduction 1860s, 1870s baseball bat. We were very lucky to go ahead and get this in. Actually today, we also have an 1850s baseball, as well as an 1850s going into 1860s baseball, and you can see a little bit of a difference. The rules of baseball are not quite the same as what you see today. These are very soft, so they're not made to be, hit as home runs, but basically you would toss them underhanded. So the nice thing about this is we can actually have kids, they can actually touch this. Their parents can actually try to go ahead and play a couple of tosses with the child as that child tries to hit the ball. So it's a very interactive tool that we have here. Some other toys that we have could be the cards, and this week we have spent a considerable amount of time learning different card games that could be played in the 18th as well as in the 19th century. We have checkers and of course, or a chessboard set. And with that, we also have our pieces here. So that would be for the chess set here. And then for the checkers, we have that. Here we have ball in the cup, and basically what you're trying to do is to get the ball in the cup here. And as you can see, I did it. Here we have a toy that goes back to Native American culture. It's called a buzz wheel. And basically you would wind this up and you can hear a little bit of a buzz sound with it. Pickup sticks. This was a fun game when we were learning how to play that for our children's camp when we had that a couple weeks ago. Put these down here. But we also have ring toss. Now this was more of a game for girls, but the idea was to toss the ring, have somebody on the other side try to catch them, and then each time the person would drop one of the rings or wouldn't catch it, they would lose a point. Once you had mastered how to do this with one ring, then you would try to master it with 2 rings. And then we have our 9-pin game. So it's kind of like bowling. You set these up kind of like what you see at a bowling alley. This is before 10-pin became popular. And then using the 2-foot table, which this is kind of close, you would basically take the ball and try and knock them over. What's really interesting about 9-pins is that these are the miniature size, meant to play on a small table, but they did have bigger sizes, kind of like what you would see in a modern bowling game. And then down here we have our later 19th century cricket, and of course we would go ahead and allow the children and their parents to play with this as well. So these are all excellent, hands-on, lots of history. And speaking of history, we have all kinds of information about the history of each toy that obviously we will display, or whoever the interpreter is here, they would basically memorize this. Other ideas we can do with this could be Civil War uniforms, it could be colonial clothing. I mean, the ideals are endless. And it's meant to be interactive as well as fun. So, you know, we're real excited to go ahead and start on launching this pretty soon. So until next time, everybody, take care, and we'll see you hopefully next week.